Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Sarah Allen, and you are on A Little Bit of Magic. And today I have a very special guest. You may have seen our previous episode together. This is Stephanie Grant, and she is certified in the Enneagram, and she is an expert in the Enneagram.
Oh,
she is...
Don't let Russ Hudson say that.
Well, to me, you are an expert. A teacher, a practitioner. I think there's probably many ways I could describe you.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Yes, and it's been truly amazing to learn about this from you. If you watched our previous episode, if you haven't, you should. It's called Enneagram Revealed. And we took a deep dive into the Enneagram. We talked about the history, how it's helpful to understand yourself at a deeper level, and how you can it helps you understand others, be more compassionate of others. It's truly fascinating. And we're going to talk a little bit about that again, but we had asked you, what would you like to know about the Enneagram? And you responded. And we talked about my results, and you don't really want to know about me. You might not even want to know about Stephanie.
No.
But what you do want to know is you want to know about you, and you want to know about maybe what type you are. That was the resounding question from everyone. Wow. So we are going to go through the different types of the Enneagram today. So Stephanie, but first, for those who may have never heard of the Enneagram, can you tell us about it?
So the Enneagram, we think, is about 3,000 years old. It is numerical. There's evidence of it in several religious or monastic traditions. So the primary number that exists within the Enneagram is 3, or variations of that. So basically, it was kind of held secret for many, many years and guarded, but not thinking that maybe we were worthy of the information, which is probably true because we tend to make it into a parlor game. But this is a way of viewing yourself, how you are surviving in mortality, and how false some of that information is, and how do I get untied from that, from the knots I've created by just trying to survive. Why do I do what I do? And is there a better way, a more elevated way to see myself and therefore the other people in your environment and the world, really? So if I understand that someone reacts a certain way in their type because of this fear that they have, I have my own, then I'm not angry at that person. It builds kind of an intimacy and an understanding that we don't naturally do every day. So I think the Enneagram is here to teach us, yes, this is your type, but you're so much more than that. And how do we function at a better level? So that's it in a nutshell.
How many different types are there?
There are 9.
9.
There are 9 primary types. We have all 9 of them within us.
Really?
But primarily you're a 7.
Okay.
With a heavy dabbling of 6 on your wing.
All right.
So you do start with your type, learn about that, wake up. As Russ Hudson said, who is my mentor and wrote the book, The Wisdom of the Enneagram, he says, once you see it, can't unsee it. So you're doomed. That's it. You can ignore it, but you saw it. So we'll start in teaching the Enneagram, we always start with the 8. So because the 8, 9, and 1, and it's a circle, the 8, 9, and 1 are at the top, and they are in the gut. So there's an instinct, a feeling that things, rather than intellectually overworking it, I feel this is good. I don't feel that is good. So really coming from here. And their primary issues are with anger as a group of 3. And there's many, many groups of 3 breaking off with more information about that. So the 8 is the challenger. Oh. Don't tell me what to do. Charting my own course, running my own show.
Like a little bull?
Yes. That's how I picture it.
Okay.
Very much so, where I am a natural born leader. I can be highly reactive. I experience my 8. You can see my anger. You can see that. Might have some road rage, that kind of thing. But I'm also very protective of my loved ones and people in my inner circle. So there's a lot of energy. Yeah. Prize fighters of the Enneagram, and ability to get knocked down, get back up, knocked down, get back up. Tremendous strength, both physically and emotionally on average. So that's the 8. I'm in the emotional reactive group. You're going to know how I feel. I don't edit. The 9 is the peacemaker, still with tons of anger, but I suppress it. I want to keep the peace with people around me. But I'm very good at seeing both sides of the story. Nines are good mediators in courtrooms. It also can lead you to choose something for yourself that more fits your personality as a way of making a living. So for the 9, I don't get in massive fights. I'm hiding my anger, but very pleasant to be around. There's a lot of good vibe, a spiritual type where I'm seeing the possibility. Oh, yes, I could see that. And easy to be around and comforting. I had
So they have a lot of friends, or not?
Not necessarily. I'm not stopping around in the world, and it isn't my
They don't
primary.
have enemies. So
That's right.
They have
That's right.
more
And if you
allies
did,
than
I wouldn't
enemies.
tell you about it.
Okay.
Right. I don't want to make enemies.
Mhm.
I am okay if everyone around me is okay.
Okay.
It's a tough job.
Right.
Nobody's going to be okay all the time, but I am avoiding hurting people, but they drift. They like to wander.
Okay. So what's their
9s.
fear?
Their primary fear is of loss of connection.
Okay.
So that's family, that's friends. I may apologize too quickly because I am mad at you, but I don't want to lose you.
Okay.
Being disconnected from people that you care about.
Then going back to the 8, what is the 8's fear?
Their primary fear is being harmed and controlled by everything and everybody in the world.
So they have to be,
I'm in charge.
Yeah.
It's about control.
Yeah. Okay.
I may not want to control you, but I want to control my environment.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
So 8, 9, 1. The 1 is still in that group, only I'm very logical. I'm a perfectionist.
Okay.
I want to get back to heaven or a perfect utopian society. I'm not strongly warm and cuddly, but I'm looking more of a black and white. It's either right or it's wrong.
Okay.
And that's how I'm seeing the world. I can judge quite quickly, frequently, all the time.
And you had said like the Japanese, is that
Very,
like the Japanese culture, for example, or Asian culture?
Yes, countries can tend to lean toward culturally.
More Eastern cultures.
Very clean, neat lines, doing things for the group, very organized. Yes, very much but that taken to the extreme can cause some unhappiness because it's nice to loosen up and express and be artistic. Not that one can't be artistic, but they are primarily trying to stay in a more rigid point of view. Okay. And their anger is guided into a mission. What can I do for humanity? So, we're talking about Joan of Arc. I don't mind dying for a cause, both either literally or figuratively. I'll give up my life in order for things to be better. For the collective. Yes, we can do better, people.
Okay.
Okay.
What is their primary fear?
Of being found to be flawed.
Oh.
That you will see that I am flawed, which of course they are. There's a beauty to being flawed. Right. It's part of the human experience, and literally we're falling into it. And that was the design. That's a design. I make mistakes, therefore I learn.
So what if that happens? What if they are found to be flawed? How does someone of a number react when they're
found to be flawed?
Flawed to be flawed, or like the bull or the 8 loses control. How do?
So what you're saying, when the fear is triggered,
right?
So we are all going to react, or expose, or maybe somebody else doesn't see it because the primary criticism is within our own brain. Okay. Is the ego going, oh, you are out of control, or they're trying to control you for the 8, or the ego is saying to the 9, oh, wow, you said too much. Don't give your opinion. You're going to disturb the peace. So they don't give their opinion. If they do, there's an immediate shame, I think, when we betray our fear, but we're not supposed to feed that fear.
Okay. So if a 1 is discovered to be flawed, what would their reaction be?
I think a withdrawal, an embarrassment, a deep criticism of their own selves. And because I'm feeling hypercritical of myself, it may leak out to others. So let's get this in line. That's rather than, once you get healthier, okay, that's okay to have not gotten that right. Okay. It's okay to be flawed and even enjoy it.
Right. So does the Enneagram give advice about what to do about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when you take a class, you go home with some of these very simple things to do to help you loosen up. You start practices to help the one integrate and feel better about their fear.
Yeah.
Let go of their fear. Because we are serving our fear every single day without even thinking about it. And the Enneagram is saying, oh, here's your fear. That's why you're doing these things. Then you can loosen up to not be strictly a 1 or strictly a 6.
Yeah.
You loosen up enough to incorporate other attitudes within your own life. Yeah. Makes you easier to get along with, too.
That's wonderful. It's nice to know there's a solution to
Yes,
right? To
absolutely.
Fear.
Absolutely.
There's an answer.
Yeah, you're calming the ego down
Uh-huh.
and living more from an authentic you.
Okay.
That you've covered up,
Yeah.
not your fault,
Mhm.
covered up by the actions of ego.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 1,
8, 9, and 1.
8, 9, 1.
They are from the gut. So now you move to the 2, 3, and 4. They're from the heart.
Okay.
And see me as I need to be seen. So we've got gut and heart.
Okay.
And then we'll move to the head. And they have to be in harmony in order to function as a full human being.
Oh, okay.
But we're not.
Yeah.
We get stuck in our gut, or
Yeah.
we get stuck in this heart zone, which sounds sweet, and a lot of sweetness comes from it, and a lot of love and affection and support of other humans. But if we are stuck there and have not incorporated both our intellect and that gut feeling, which is grounding,
Yeah.
then we're untethered. We're not balanced. So the 2 is the lover, the caregiver. It's called the helper.
Oh.
So I am optimistic. I smile a lot, like 7s do, but for different reasons.
Okay.
And what the Enneagram is saying, I may behave the same way, but I'm not motivated the same way. So we're teaching you this is what's motivating you. And again, you're more free. There begins a freedom when I don't have to be motivated by that every minute of the day.
Yeah.
So 2s are motivated by a need for love and affection. I have to earn it. I don't believe that I can be loved on my own for who I am. So there's a lot of service with 2s, which does good things. Now it's peace for the 9, but the 2 is passive aggressive. I can't go directly and harshly get what I want. So I butter up or come from the background. It's called the power behind the crown. Yes, very and easy to be with, very kind. I am kind. Yeah. I am sweet. I am invested in you. How are you doing? But less invested in me. Okay. So I don't know how to take what I want because I might lose your affection if I'm too aggressive. And I'm really about your affection. Even if I don't like you, I want you to like me. So I may even go after and pursue somebody that I need to have on this huge list of people. So they know a lot of people. A lot of people are on their list of friends. Okay. But true friends, it's a low number. You know, that really know my picadillos and are okay with me. Yeah. Even if I offend once in a while.
So they can't, is it difficult to speak their mind?
Totally. Yeah. Yes.
To be assertive.
Assertive. And it's a different kind of assertive. It's from the back door.
Yeah.
And not direct. I don't want to offend. That's
interesting.
It's hard. It's hard to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
I will be all right as long as I am loved.
Right.
And sometimes in the high schools when I'm talking to them or whatever, I'll go, so everybody has to love you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, no. In fact, how liberating to have somebody not like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not people please. And not people please. All right. So then the 3, also in the heart, center of the heart. So it's 2 on the outside, 3 in the inside, and 4 is the spine. All from that heart area, that warm kind of area. The 3 is the achiever. See what I do, not what I feel. See what I got done today, making lists, always staying busy. I am a success. I am very success driven. In order to do that, I have to value what makes me successful and what you will see as successful. So we were talking about my dentist and a couple of others that are not paying attention all the time to what they feel they want. They've muffled that in cotton. And I'm not in touch with that as often as I should be. But I am getting the job done. And I'm highly competitive. And threes are very good mentors, though, on a team. They like other people succeeding along with themselves. So nice quality and mellow, but very logical. And I'm looking, let's keep the heat out of that, because we could get more done if we're just logical and stay task oriented, number oriented. How many did you do today? What did we get done today? I've known threes that if they go hang out with family at the end of the day, oh, I'm mad, I didn't get anything done today. Well, you did. These were matters of the heart.
Yeah.
That's a tremendous success, that you were in touch with your children or went on the trip or took a break. Very hard for them.
Okay.
So
what's their biggest fear?
Their biggest fear is that I will not be a useful tool.
Okay.
So I'm not useful, not great self-esteem all the time.
Are they afraid of losing their money?
No.
Or success?
No. Success could mean how many shoes I have.
Right.
Maybe success is just that you see me, let's say in a religious point of view, I'm the priest.
Okay.
You're seeing me as having succeeded in obtaining that letter behind my name, or, I'm driven by how you will see me. I am aware how people see me, deeply aware of it.
Okay.
And I want to present correctly, and that you see that I've gotten the job done, or, so hard. I think that can be hard if you're fixated on my outside and you've left your inside behind. There's a little bit of a disconnect with that.
So they're a little bit of a perfectionist as well?
They can do a project, and then because they're so competitive with themselves, they will go rip it up and do it again because it wasn't quite to my standard.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But not perfectionist. I can do a little better.
Okay.
I can do better.
Yeah.
They are called the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
yeah.
So fascinating.
And then the 4 is at the tail end, not an insult, out of the 3, the group in the heart. They are the true empaths of the Enneagram. 4s are resonant, deep divers. They can stay down too long, which makes them prone to depression, that kind of thing. But they're the artistic individualist. I'm called the individualist. And my greatest fear is that I won't really understand my identity. I'm looking for identity. So you'll see young 4s in a high school setting or middle school that go and find groups like them. They tend to glom together more than the other types do. Oh, you understand me. You want to go to a vampire, there's a group called Vampire something, and it's attended only by 4s.
Really?
Primarily by 4s, because there's a depth and we all understand each other. But my parents don't understand me. The other types don't understand me. I am not optimistic. I am pessimistic. I am skeptical. It takes a long time to gain my trust, because I don't believe I'm like you. And so, and it creates some kind of an envy. I see that other people are like this. It's harder for me. But I might try on an identity. So you'll see emo, that kind of thing, everybody wearing black, everybody, painting their face or getting tattoos or whatever. Where is my identity? What am I like? And a fear that I won't find that. Ironically, it's already there. But there's kind of a feeling of loss or emptiness, a void, that I don't know what my identity is. And an envy that you do somehow. Your life is easier. But there also are creative people, David Bowie, Adele, people that just go, look at what the other side of the mirror looks like.
Wow.
Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein. All of those come from Nightmare Before Christmas. These writers, directors, and a lot of the actors in these kind of things are saying, look at the dark. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of the dark, and I'm going to tell you what it looks like through my writing or my painting or my movie or what. And we love it.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Even if we're afraid of it, we're like, whoa, somebody went there for us. Poetry, everybody from Robert Burns to, Robert Frost are going, look at that sad side, and isn't it lovely?
So they're
right.
very sensitive.
It is. They can be very sensitive.
And very perceptive. It's not probably right.
No, yeah. They're tuning into a level of humanity often that we're ignoring.
Right. Or maybe the spiritual world, would you say too?
Yes, I would say. I think there's I
Like
have
our,
two
beyond.
fours in
Okay.
my world, very close to me, and um, they weren't invited. They're always the first ones I call if I have, a family get together, because I don't want them to think that I'm going to leave out, because they're sensitive,
Yeah.
and but they might not come,
Mhm.
but they
Yeah.
wanted the invite.
Yeah.
So there's kind of a push me, pull me. They are not. They don't smile all the time. There's not an optimistic. They're very what is, depending on their wing, because we're not addressing wings. I'm very I'm going to choose my own way and feel that out and what is an identity for me. But I like having conversations with fours personally, because there's no small talk.
Yeah.
It's all, let's dive in. Let's
Huh.
dive. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how the water is. So,
Oh.
and a lot of creativity with that. Even if they're not painting, there's some way that they're showing us that world.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. And their primary fear is, yes, I want to be true to myself, but I'm not sure what that is.
Okay.
So they're seeking their whole lives. But I can feel odd and kind of outside of, I am not like other people.
Okay.
So, but there's a lot of depth to them. It's lovely. Everything they create is lovely.
Yeah.
Then
Very
the 5.
interesting.
So now we're in the head group.
Okay.
We're stuck in the
We're here.
head. Yep. From here up, I may not even notice my body. And I may ignore the promptings of my heart, or a spiritual side of me. The 5, the 6, and the 7.
So this is more like intellectual?
Very intellectual.
Okay.
Not that they're smarter. Doesn't make them smarter.
Yeah.
But I'm giving homage to that intellectual. Let me overthink that. Let me go get information. I'll get back to you. I'm going to get the proof of things. Now, the 5, the 6, and the 7 deal with fear and anxiety.
Oh.
So the 5 deals with their fear and anxiety by creating a very narrow world, a place of safety. I don't need much of this. I don't need people impinging on my time or my energy all of the time. 5s are very intellectual. I want to know how things work. The 5 wants to observe. They are called the investigator. I want to know how it works. I want to take it apart, put it back together. These are lab technicians, physicians. Some of them are scientists. This is Tesla.
So they're always collecting information?
Yes. A good 5 is Elon Musk.
Okay.
Somebody, I'm saying, okay, so where's the proof? Where does that lead to? How can we understand that? Maybe even manipulate it. This is a good example of that is Oppenheimer. So Oppenheimer knew the information was out there. He wasn't concerned with how it would even be used. He just knew, I have to follow it to its logical conclusion, because it's out there. The facts are out there. And I'm going to push it until we get until see what we can know out in the universe. But they like proof. It's hard for them to go completely on faith. If I tell you something about the Enneagram, the 5 is observing me, and they come back later and say, okay,
they got to get all the
I've
facts.
looked at it. Yes, I looked at it. I went online. Maybe I'll talk to you about this. I want to make sure you're not all woohoo.
What is their fear?
Of being uninformed, and of missing the truth, I think. What is a definition of truth? Is it tangible? Can I hold it in my hand? And then it'll reassure me that the world is safe.
Okay.
But ironically, they're the people out there investigating things we have no proof of.
Yeah.
So a little bit of loosening that and a little faith. I think it takes a tremendous amount of faith to be a scientist. There is an answer out there. I just don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
So I think that is their primary fear, and of being overwhelmed by the world in general, like having their boats swamped. We just can't let everybody come in. And so they keep a very, I don't need much of this attitude. Like what I have needs to be safe and work and function well, but I need my own space, my own castle at home, or wherever that may be, so that I can get away from, it's a mess out here. Yeah. It is a mess out here. Where you and I are like, okay, well, let's go see that. The wife's like, no. But yeah, so fascinating type.
Yeah.
And not hard to see. But they like being a bit of a mystery. They really don't want us delving into their head all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But so them making sure, yes, I've gotten on my bicycle today. Yes, I've gotten out there. I've felt my body in order to be a little healthier and tone that head down a little bit.
Okay.
And then the 6 is loyalist, like me. I am in the fear and anxiety. I am extremely loyal. I'm uber responsible. I am not looking for love and affection like the 2. I'm looking for support. You've got my back. Okay. I've got your back. I'm the only type in the Enneagram that has an inner committee. You have an inner critic. Your inner critic is saying, don't stay still too long. Just keep going. Next adventure. I don't want to sit on the couch and examine my navel. And, but and you kind of trust in that whole process. But I have an inner committee. And half the committee is going, yes, you're ready to go. No, you're not. So they argue all day long. I have to usually kind of quiet them down because in addition to that layer of ego, I've got a committee telling me I'm not ready. So I do everything very late in life. I came to the Enneagram late. I didn't get my nursing degree till I was 39.
Really?
Yes, because the committee was very busy telling me it wasn't time to go do that yet.
Why? Not.
We don't know. You can't.
Is it fear?
You cannot. Yes. I am
fear
afraid, and I have very little trust. So my primary problem is I don't trust my own decisions. So my own gut.
So your fear is not being validated, or
right? Some of that. Well,
if you're going to do something and you're not doing it, what are you afraid of?
But it's not the validation. I think it's the primary fear that I'm making a decision before I am informed enough to do so, or will it end badly, or any number of things.
Or fear of failure? Is it fear of failure?
That's kind of an easy way to say it, I think. But if I strike out on my own, will others go, yeah, that was the right decision? In the end, I'm motivated by this need for support, but a distrust in the very support I'm looking for.
Right. I know,
because I distrust myself.
We talked about the Enneagram even, right?
Yes.
Like in that sense of going forward with it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I'm chasing my tail.
Well, I know,
as all numbers are.
I say you are ready.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I will trust you. That's a big statement for a 6. But on the other hand, we're very good team members. We're problem solvers. We're able to see the whole picture. Oh yeah. Good event planners, good wedding planners, because I'm already 5 days in the future. Oh. I can already picture it in my head. Really? I can see it happening. So I carry the little thing. Do you need a bobby pin? Do you need a pin? I'm fully prepared to meet the future that may not happen. Right. It may not happen.
So you do all your preparation, and that's why sometimes it takes you longer to get to where you need to be.
And I'm not in the present enough. Okay. So meditation for both you and I is a way to get out of the head and the anxiety of, all right, what about this, and this? Okay. And you've got 6 as a wing, which gives you a good flavor of that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And you'll go, right? Does that seem right?
Yes.
You and I do that back and forth a lot. Yeah, I'm looking for that support. External. Yeah, you don't need my hugs. You go, yeah, an external, because there's a niggling doubt that maybe I can't make it on my own.
Or like indecision. Or you need someone to help you make a decision?
Well, you've got both. Okay. But I have a 7 wing, so we're just the opposite.
Because I'm into trouble making decisions.
It's hard making decisions because you want everything.
Is that the 6 or the 7?
That's the 7.
Oh, okay.
Right. I don't have to have everything. I don't have FOMO like you do. You have big FOMO. Yeah. You do not want to miss out on every minute of your life, and then some extra point minutes. Please. Okay. Add those in. So, and then you get to the 7. So my primary fear is, yes. My primary fear is that the
6's.
Yes. The 6's primary fear is I want to be trust. So that makes me uber responsible. I'm trying to buy that trust by doing that. Yeah. So I just want to make sure that I am in that category. Ironically, my biggest fear isn't that everybody will like me at all. at all. Support's a very different thing. So the 7 is the last one, the Enneagram. I think that's kind of purposeful because the 7 has to wait in my classes to finally get around to them. And they're going, I'm ready to leave. They said this would be fun. It's not fun. I have to sit through this 2-hour class with one little break, hearing about what might be some of my issues also. I didn't bank on that. So the 7 is you deal with your fear and anxiety rather than telling the future like I do, or the 5, creating a very safe environment, narrow, not many people in it. The 7 is dealing with their fear by just not sitting still. I'm not going to sit still. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be doing stuff. I'm going to add to this. You have the most energy of all the types in the Enneagram. And then you add the 6, you're flying. You're flying. And you don't want to not fly.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels very good, but it can cause you not to sit still once in a while and really evaluate what you want. But you don't, your primary fear is that I will get caught in my pain and be without. So I'm not out there getting these experiences. I'm not out there. I might be deprived of the experiences and the places and the people that I want to see. So that feels
so
fearful. Yeah, that feels like the only way to solve that is to keep moving.
Okay.
And you're very optimistic. You smile through everything. Maybe over-optimistic sometimes rather than letting the tears fall. And as we get healthier, you're a little more balanced with that. But
yeah, sometimes I feel like I fantasize about, as a 7, if I were going to clone myself, like probably by
which I'm sure you wish you could.
I know, that'd probably like if I had one wish, I'd clone myself. But I always think, like, how many clones of myself would I want? I used to think it was just 2, but now I'm like, that's not enough. And 3.
Totally.
I can think about 5.
Oh my gosh. Branson.
So you could have these different lives, and then you could play out all of them,
Yes.
I really wish for that. And it's like, you can't accomplish it all. It's frustrating because you can't do that in one lifetime.
No.
And you wish you could live in multiple
In fact,
places
the real
and have
true
different
lesson.
professions. And, you just, and how do you choose? That's what makes the indecision, because you can't decide, because you want to do the other thing too. And if you make one decision and if you commit to that, then you're not going to be able to do the other thing. Right. And how do you do it all?
And I'm missing out.
Yeah.
And that could cause some sadness, and you don't want to feel that. But you have such a capacity for joy. You guys show us what joy looks like and take us along with you. And we get to observe the world through your eyes. Not all types can do that. We see your optimism, but there's no way everybody is optimistic every minute of the day. And accepting some of that sadness and a little regret, but not much in your case, because you are living a very adventure-filled life.
Yeah,
explains a lot. A lot. So, yeah.
Wow.
But a lot of us go, I'd go on that adventure with you. I'll go with you. Yeah.
So cool.
Take me with.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's so fascinating.
So that is the nutshell of the nutshell of the nutshell.
Okay. Well, you just explained everything so well. It's really, really wonderful to learn all that. And
there's so much more.
I have to do this again.
We will. We will. Well, that's what the classes are for.
Okay. And so tell people how they could work with you. What it would like if they would work with you.
Now, I live in Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
So there are classes usually at the library, because that's a nice environment. Sometimes I'll have them in a hall. Sometimes I'll have them at my home, depending on the site.
And you really enjoy the in-person.
I do like the in-person. I do Zoom.
Okay.
So I have a group, for instance, I'm going to Bellingham this weekend. I will teach a class there. Then we will follow up with a Zoom meeting.
Cool.
So those that signed up will now will be in a room together. It is effective. It's better than not learning.
Right.
2 of the classes
I'm
taking
really
right
well
now,
on Zoom.
it works.
Yeah,
it
for
works.
Sure.
I'm in a class with 400 other people from everywhere, from Bahrain to Paris to, learning this next layer of Enneagram information. So it does work. There's ways to contact with me on my website, andsites.com.
And I will put that in the description. I'm really glad that you taught me about this.
Well, it allows us to be closer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Because we're not dealing with just our superficial reactions.
Right. Yeah. It
Yeah,
feels
you
good
and I get each other.
that we understand
Yeah,
one another.
yeah,
You know, and that you
yeah.
know I'm a 7.
Oh, she
I know
would do
you're a
that.
6.
Yes, yeah. Or
Yeah,
if you've
right.
got so much on your thing, it wouldn't have surprised me at all if you had said, "I'm going to be a half hour late." Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool,
Oh gosh.
because that's how you
Being on time's
function.
always been such a problem.
Yes,
Yes.
you've got so much.
Yeah, I could do more.
Yes,
if I
I
just
can
have-
squeeze this into
Yeah.
that 10 minutes. And I know you're trying.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Thank you for understanding me.
Totally. That's what it does.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
So I also want to say, yeah, work with her, work with Stephanie.
Yes.
And we would love to hear from you.
Yes.
Just if you resonated with this and what type you think you are, and
More in depth.
Right, more in depth, and get more information. But
Mm-hmm.
put your comments below, and
Wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was wonderful.
Take care, everyone.